Resident Evil 5 is now tantalisingly close. Capcom unleashes the infection on March the 13th. It's finally a next-gen makeover for a much-loved franchise. But there's no use moping around like the undead. While we wait to be whisked off to fight evil on African shores, why don't we take a nighttime stroll down memory lane?
Resident Evil.
The first Resident Evil is set in the futuristic year of 1998, as Chris Redfield, joined by his special tactics and rescue squad mates, first begins to uncover the dastardly things that Umbrella Corporation have been up to. You're first introduced to Chris and the gang by way of a live-action intro video, with acting thoroughly deserving of an Academy Award.
Joseph!
As far as gameplay goes, it's one of those classic greats. The characters are about as manoeuvrable as a legless tortoise, making it even scarier when roomfuls of zombies are bearing down on your ass. The first sequel introduces Leon Kennedy, a man who sounds like he should be a lumberjack, but is actually a newly minted Raccoon City police officer. When he's not being pestered by crows, he spends a game having a quick shifty to see if Chris Redfield is still alive. The Resi 2 engine is a much better build than its predecessor, allowing for more meatbags to be on screen at one time. The inventively named Resident Evil 3 rejoins Jill Valentine, who has decided to take a holiday in Raccoon City or something. Yeah, great idea. Either way, the US government wants to nuke the entire place, making the game about her efforts to escape before she's vaporised, like that bit in Terminator 2. Resi 3 is best known for introducing Nemesis, groundbreaking in his ability to chase you from one area to the next, which is good. It's hard to take evil seriously when it can be flummoxed by 2 inches of plywood. While not as commercially successful as the first two, Resident Evil 3 still got rave reviews and has sold over 3.5 million copies to date. After mediocre installments Code Veronica 0 and Outbreak came the mind-blowing Resident Evil 4. Capcom clearly decided we hadn't seen enough of Leon Kennedy's girlish haircut, and so thrust the plucky metrosexual into a Spanish village full of infected peasants. Capcom took a big gamble in overhauling the control system, making the camera an over-the-shoulder affair rather than the fixed perspectives that characterised the previous titles. Happily, it paid off, and Resident Evil 4 has long held a special T-virus-riddled place in gamers' hearts. And finally, after showing what they could do with a different camera system, Capcom decided to fling it out the window after all and bring out an on-the-rails shooter for the Wii. Umbrella Chronicles was surprisingly good, taking you through Chris Redfield's mission to bring down Umbrella Corp. Despite the wealth of unlockable content, the lifespan wasn't brilliant, leaving gamers rightly hungry for more. We'll be bringing you much more about Resident Evil 5 in the coming weeks.